All right, ladies, this is why you should not be putting polyester underwear on your hoo-ha. Polyester is a synthetic material. It's made from plastic. The effect of polyester underwear has been studied on sperm count and men's health, but what about women? There's less studies done on this, but I have found some, sorta. So there's a study done in 2008 looking at different types of underwears on dogs. I don't know why we're doing this again, but we are apparently. They tested progesterone and mating to see if they conceived or did not conceive. So after wearing polyester underwear for about 12 months, these dogs had lower levels of progesterone and they did not conceive upon mating or insemination. Whereas the other dogs wearing cotton or wool, or just the control dogs, did. After removal of the underwear, 5 months later, they tested progesterone levels again and tested out mating again to see if they're able to conceive. And all the dogs that were used in the polyester underwear were actually able to conceive and had normal levels of progesterone. So it's thought that the friction of the polyester underwear rubbing on the skin actually creates an electrostatic potential, which creates an electrostatic field, and that inhibits the ovarian function. Another study that happened in 2007 looked at pregnant dogs. There was only 35 of them, and they're all wearing different types of underwear again. So each of the dogs had normal levels of progesterone before the study started. And once the study started, the dog became pregnant. During the study, they studied levels of progesterone again, but that's when they started wearing the underwear. And the dogs that wore the polyester underwear were found to have lower levels of progesterone than the dogs that were wearing cotton or wool underwear during the study. What they also found was after a couple of months, the dogs that were wearing polyester underwear, and it was only 2 out of the 35 that were wearing 100% polyester underwear, did actually have miscarriages. After the underwear was taken off, a couple of cycles later, they tested the progesterone levels again and found that the progesterone levels did go back to normal. And upon mating, all these dogs were able to conceive and then carry full term and have normal offspring after. So again, it went back to normal. And this is still believed to happen because the electrostatic field inhibits the ovarian function and possibly placental function as well. Thank you, Bailey. A third study I looked at, again, on dogs wearing polyester, examined what the hair growth under polyester looked like. So it doesn't have anything to do with ovarian function, doesn't have anything to do with placental function, not necessarily for women. In this study, they shaved a patch of the dog's back and they would put a piece of fabric over the top of it. I don't know how they secured it for 2 months, but after 2 months, they pulled it off and examined the hair growth of it, and they found that the dogs that had polyester patches of fabric on their backs, their hair growth was significantly decreased or lower than the dogs that were either controls or the rest of that same dog's hair growth, so the patch that was uncovered. And once again, like the rest of the theme here, it seems to be that the electrostatic field on the dog's skin is the reason why this happened. It seems to have inhibited the hair growth. What we do know about humans, though, is that it's pretty well established that polyester and other synthetic fabrics are more likely to cause textile dermatitis. And that can look like symptoms as redness, itchiness, scaly skin, that kind of thing. That is already well documented. Now, none of these studies have very large sample sizes, and they're all actually about dogs, so not about humans. So take it with a grain of salt. More research definitely needs to be done on the subject. This by no means indicates that wearing polyester underwear is going to inhibit your ovarian function, going to cause you to not get pregnant, or cause you to have a miscarriage. It's all just food for thought. And thinking about what we put on our body and put on our skin actually goes into our bodies and does affect our bodies. And it's something that we need more research on. So, if any of you want to go do that, do some research, bring it back, let me know.